Hi, I'm Dan. Thanks for giving me a couple minutes of your time. So, as Christians, we share this belief that God has tremendous love for humanity, like an unbounded love, like an unbounded capacity to love, and that we profess that is exhibited regularly. But then we bring into our examination of the Bible and Christianity our own experiences and our own biases. And what ends up happening is that we foist the wrong understanding of love into into the discussion. So most of us, whenever we talk about love, that the love that we are familiar with is paternal love, the love we have for our children, perhaps the love we have for our parents, sometimes romantic love. And so their natural inclination, and what you see over and over and over again, is to say, okay, that's the type of love that God has for us. It's like a paternal thing. He's our Father and He loves us. And then that leads to some dramatic, horrible inconsistencies. We know that God is all powerful. We know that He loves us unconditionally and with great capacity. But then we look around and we see the level of human suffering, and those are irreconcilable. Like no one would have the type of love, a parent's love for their children, and allow that suffering to continue when they could stop it. Or in particular, whenever people experience personal crisis, a disease or a crime, or it can just wreck their faith whenever they have that concept of love. And that is not the love that the Bible is talking about. Whenever the Bible mentions love, in particular when it mentions love relative to God or Jesus, it is talking about the desire to be of service, right? And when you understand that, it all falls into place. It all becomes reconciled, because suffering is completely irrelevant to that type of love, right? It is an explanation of why God will be there for you during those times, because that's when God really wants to be of most service to you, is during your times of crisis. And if you look at the actual Bible verses, suddenly they all become more consistent, right? For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. That has nothing to do with paternal love. Paternal love means really makes no sense there. That is an act of service. That is the level of service God wants to be to us. And once you understand that, everything becomes much more